right, and welcome back to the Two Piece. I am one of your co-hosts, Ashton, and I'm here with.
Amira, welcome back to a new episode for 2Bs.
And how are you doing today,
Yeah,
Amira?
very good. Too much stuff to do at the end of the semester,
Ye-
editing and stuff, but it's all good. This
Yeah,
this week it was.
yeah. It's been a lot of going through and getting the final. We're pretty much in the final stretch, right? Uh, I don't. I've been having a lot of trying to finish the last of my shoots. All
Mm-hmm.
right, I have good news, Amira. I have
Yes.
good news. We have one left.
Okay.
There's one shoot left.
Yes.
Everything is other than that.
You
Everyone
finished the
else is.
other editing for
Yeah.
the production.
We haven't finished editing it
Mhm.
at all,
Yeah.
but the filming
Uh,
part, the hard part,
you
will
finished.
be done.
Okay.
Will be
That's-
done next week.
Will be done.
Yes, will be done. We have
Okay.
one more to go. After
Okay.
that, we're
Which
good.
class can you tell me what?
Again, this is
the
motion film
filming?
media. Yeah.
Okay.
If
You know
anyone
the
is
number?
yes, if anyone's interested, it is class 1420-C.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
FIL. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I
That's
mean, the whole point of the class, I've said this before, is just to you get the opportunity to use the equipment that we have here,
Mhm.
right? And you have the option to either choose you do either a documentary or
Mhm.
a short film on something of interest. There's like a whole, and Mr. Sims basically takes you through the whole ringer. He looks at
Okay.
you as like basically think of him as an agency, right?
I think I'm
you're
gonna
the
take it
director.
next semester.
Yeah, and you're the director, bringing all these ideas and stuff like that to the table, right?
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about something I kind of hinted at last week,
Mhm.
and we're going to talk about YouTube's impact on kids. Because I want to first start off on telling like my own experience, and then we'll kind of get into both the good and
The bad.
the bad side.
Yeah.
Because I think, and I want to talk about the bad side first, because I think there is a lot of people taking advantage of the amount of kids that watch YouTube and are just they used to just milk it for money, but we'll get into that. But the first thing
So
is my impact.
yeah, but before we start with this, I think the problem is the kids start too early.
Right.
Too-
We'll
yeah,
get we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
we're gonna get
okay.
into that.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we're gonna get into that. But I want to start with my personal experience. Right.
Okay.
I think I started watching YouTube. Trying to think. It
4?
huh?
When you're 4?
No. YouTube was not around when I was 4.
Okay.
YouTube came out in 2008.
Okay.
So I would have been 5 at that point.
Mhm.
I didn't start watching YouTube until because wasn't really a big platform until around 2012, and I
Yes.
think that's
Yeah, yeah.
really right when because that's really about the dawn of when everyone started putting like music videos
Yeah.
on there and like lyric videos, right? So
So all of us before that we watch the TV. You have like couple shows at the morning. This is whatever
Sort of.
I remember.
yeah, and like I would watch like you remember Redbox?
I think so.
It is basically it's just a little box that you went up to at like a pharmacy or a grocery store and you rent
Mhm.
out CDs or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I used to do or
Yeah.
because I would just have a DVD player. Most of the time I didn't really afford like TV cable,
Uh-huh.
right? So besides getting the basic channels, I pretty much got nothing. So I
Nothing.
would
Yes.
just get
Yes. Yeah.
I would just get,
The
whatever,
CD.
Redbox,
Yeah.
rent it out. But then YouTube kind of came around. It didn't really like fully take over my
Like now.
entertainment until way later.
Mm-hmm.
So using YouTube at that point was more of there was a lot of games at the time that
Mhm.
right like I can't afford to pay for every console
Like, oh,
every, yeah,
okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what I would use it as is I get to watch and play and watch people play games I am not able to play, and I still get to experience the game, and I get to experience it along with the creator
Yeah.
and how they get to
Okay.
think. There are creators that some creators that I watched when I was young are Vanoss Gaming. There's PewDiePie. PewDiePie it would probably be the biggest one. He
Yeah.
used to be the number one YouTuber in the world. He used to at 125 million subscribers.
Wow.
He then since got into a battle with a conglomerate music company, which boosted it up to 200, but they lost. He lost the battle eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I don't even think he's top 10 anymore, which is
Yeah.
crazy to say. But like, what one thing that we're gonna get into
Mm-hmm.
about 6 of the 10 most watched YouTube, most subscribed YouTube channels on YouTube are kids
Yeah.
orientated content,
Yeah.
which we will. That's something I want to talk about in the
Yes.
bad side, but these guys had an influence on me in the way that I didn't really. In a lot of kids, I see this in a lot of kids where like common phrases that they'll pick up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sure, did I pick up a few phrases from Vanna or whatever YouTube I
Yeah.
watch? Sure, but it wasn't in the way that it's strange because I feel like if I watched cable and watched like cartoons as a kid more
Mm-hmm.
and then did less YouTube, I feel like I would know less about what's going on around me, right? Because a lot of the videos I used to watch too are travel videos of
Yeah.
like people,
I'm
what are
gonna
the best places to travel.
I'm gonna say this in depend what you choose.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about like what's on the YouTube. This is whatever you're gonna choose to watch.
Yeah. Now
So.
and that's something I want to say as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest here. Before we go to break here,
Uh-huh.
let's be honest here. My mom and dad kind of got lucky that I made good decisions and
Exact,
chose
but
the
not all
right
the kids like that.
right. And sure, maybe a 12-year-old shouldn't be watching Vanoss or PewDiePie.
Yeah.
They curse a lot, right? It's
Yes.
very
And the
explicit.
reels.
It's very explicit content. At that point, reels weren't a thing.
Yeah.
Reels weren't a thing, like TikTok style. Besides like Vine, which was very short-lived,
Mm-hmm.
that didn't come back around until like 2014, 2015. At that point, I was in
But
middle
now,
school and high school. Oh, it's over.
all
We're
reels.
gonna get into that.
Yeah, all reels.
Yeah, we'll come back after this break and let's just listen to some more classical music. If you're just now joining us, we're here every Thursday from 12 to 1 p.m. We were just talking about
YouTube.
the YouTube's impact on kids and kind of talking about my experience a little bit. I would like to get into now although I had a good experience with it, right? And
Because you have a
I
good
learned a
choice.
lot. Yeah,
Don't forget this.
I did make
Yeah.
good choices.
Not all the kids in your like
Well, I'll say
the
this.
age.
I made choices I didn't make my choices based on the content I watched. You know what I mean? I didn't watch Wildcat take a ATV through the woods and destroy part of his house and go, "Oh, I'm going to do that too in my own neighborhood." You know what I mean? I was just like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right? I appreciated it for what it was. Now, I want to talk about the biggest problem I think that I have with YouTube. I have here from socialblade.com, which tracks all social media statistics. This is the top 100 YouTube creators by subscribers, right? And I'm just going to kind of read we'll go through the top 15 because out of the top 15, number 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 7 and 18th all are children's content.
Yeah.
They're all and now some of these channels I personally know, and I know some parents that let their kids watch it on actually in a good basis. Some of them are actually pretty good within a controlled environment. Here's why I think that these channels are so big is because a lot of the time, the reason why I think kids are just super attached to their electronics is we have a phenomenon I think that a lot of people like to call tablet children.
Yeah.
Right? But which basically starts by the kid act out in public, right? Or something, you need to keep the kid distracted. So what do? You hand them the shiny glowing tablet of
take
infinite entertainment and
go for an hour.
away.
Yes.
Yes,
I
keep
don't want
yourself
headache.
occupied. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it in public. So they're just walking around all day with the
Tablet.
iPad in hand, just constantly streaming
Because
media,
some
right?
kids, if you don't control and you try to take it from them, they screaming and crying and be in the floor.
And that's just because they're so used to having it. They're like, well, why are you taking it away from me now, right?
Yes. This is the reason you have to to be in control.
Yeah.
Like for each age, we talked about this before. For each age, the study said like for 4 years, and between 4 and 6, you need to be like 30 minutes a day. And from 6 to 10, 1 hour a day. But this is not happen because when the kids start to like watch TV, watch YouTube or Reels or sorry,
no, it's okay.
In any of those stuff, they're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Especially Reels, Ashten.
Yeah,
Reels is so bad, even for adult. It's not just for kids. Because when you start to watch one, you're gonna scroll.
You just
scroll.
Keep,
it attracts you.
Yeah.
You addiction to it.
Yeah, the algorithm is made to keep you on the site, right?
And this is the worst.
Yeah.
Reels is the worst because it affects your brain. It affects you how you gonna sit and study or read. You can do that because everything is very fast.
Yeah.
Even now for me, when I see Reels, it's 4 minutes. I scroll it because I don't have a patience to watch 4 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? And before, I can watch a movie for 2 hours.
Yeah. Here's an article from last year from advancedtelevision.com saying around kids aged 2 to 12 average around 106 minutes of just YouTube. This is not counting anything else. Just YouTube a day. Yeah.
100,
it's
2
hours.
hours. Yeah.
It's 2 hours a day.
But the little?
But you have to think. This is not talking about any other social media. This isn't talking about scrolling through Instagram, throwing through TikTok. This is just YouTube. And honestly, I think that number is a little skewed. because
Too much.
no,
Huh?
it's not. I think it's much higher than that. I
No,
think it's much
for
higher
real
than
life. For real life, it's much higher than that.
yes.
But for studies, they should be less than that. Because some other studies, it said for between 3 to 6, it should be
No, no,
30
no, no,
minutes.
no. This is just what is happening right now.
Oh, right
this
now.
is not the
It's a lot.
recommended.
It's a
Yes.
lot more. Yeah, I thought
Sorry.
it's the recommended.
Sorry,
Yeah.
no, this is not
No,
the
it's a lot
recommended.
more than that.
Yes, and I was like, that just that the number just doesn't really
Yeah.
sit. Well, I feel like it's a
Yeah.
lot more than that. I watch
More
two
than that.
hours.
Yeah,
I watch
yeah,
more than 2
yeah.
hours of YouTube a day.
And you already
right?
have important stuff to do it.
Right, and it's not like I'm
But
right.
it's like your
But-
brain
and
wants.
Yeah, and here's the difference between like an adult watching YouTube and
Mm-hmm.
like maybe like a
Kid.
child. They're sitting there locked into the video,
Yeah.
and that is occupying all of their time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, most of the time that I'm watching, quote unquote, watching a YouTube video is so I have it off to the side. I'm playing a game or doing something like I'm writing up a report I have to do, doing paperwork for the shoot I'm doing, right? And it's playing off to the side. It's just background noise to me. Right?
Yeah.
It's just more of like it's like you go at home and you go in the kitchen and you cook. You have music
You
on the
listen to
background, or the
something.
TV is on
Yeah,
in the background.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
same
But you're doing
concept,
something
right?
useful.
Yeah.
But the kids, no, they lock.
Yeah,
For
they
the-
just
the
lock
stuff.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even my son, he doesn't have like iPad or phone, but he can watch TV for a little bit until he, and he started to watch reels on the YouTube on the TV, and I started like to call his name, and he never answered.
Mm-hmm.
Like I scream, he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't hear you."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Okay, why?" He said, "Because I'm watching." I said, "Like you can't hear if you watch." It doesn't make sense because he focused so much.
Yeah, it's just because he's so locked into the topic at hand, he just doesn't.
No topic.
Yeah.
It's real.
Well,
It's
that's what I mean. Yeah.
yeah,
He's so
it's
locked
nothing.
into the
Nothing.
Yeah, but and that's the thing. That's one thing I do disagree. I don't think that all reels and all TikToks are nothing.
Yeah, some
It's just-
of course. Yeah,
Here's the problem.
yeah,
The algorithm is known to be like, oh, hey, wait a minute, this is a kid,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I feel like this is now just opinion based at this point. I feel like most of the algorithms look at children accounts and go, hey, we're gonna feed this sort of
yeah,
content to
yeah.
them because we know it'll catch them.
I
right?
feel
It'll
it's
catch
a
them
plan.
up, right?
Like they want the kids. I don't know. I don't want to say so. Like I mean, when you start one reels, you're gonna get different one, but not in educated way or not in a good way.
Yeah.
Like some reels is very emotional. Some reels talk about love, talk about some stuff like that. So I feel the brain is gonna be shocked. It's a lot of emotional stuff. You have it at the same 30 minutes, for example.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of, this is kind of relevant, have you ever heard of the dead internet theory?
What?
The dead internet theory.
Mm-mm.
So this has been said before, but this is just one article on it from the University of Sydney,
Okay.
of West Sydney in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of talks about how the internet is slowly turning into like essentially the dead internet theory essentially claims that activity and content on the internet, including social media accounts, are predominantly being created and automated by AIs, by just like machine learning models, like
Yeah.
basically just pumping out images or whatever like that. Like for instance, this is a very strange result, but this is an example that they gave in the article. If you search up shrimp Jesus on
What?
Facebook, yeah, it's shrimp Jesus.
Shrimp? The food? Shrimp?
Yeah, the food shrimp in Jesus.
Jesus?
You will get results such as this, and these are just
Oh my gosh.
yeah, and you
Because
may
the
be like,
AI now, right?
yeah, and I was about to say it's just all a
yeah.
bunch of AI accounts that
Yeah.
they've just created their own profile
Yeah.
picture and everything, right? Now, is it at this point we haven't really gone into the study of how it's affecting everything,
Yes, yeah.
but you gotta think for just two seconds here. There's something.
So,
There's
uh,
like a. Go ahead.
as you said, like trim Jesus, it's some videos all over the reels, Facebook, and Instagram. It's like a little boy, he talking to Jesus,
Yeah.
and he start to ask a question.
Mhm.
All of us has this question inside us, but with the AI they start like they get Jesus and boy, and he start why sometimes we in very pain and you didn't do anything for us.
Right. Right.
And they like create a content like Jesus answered this, or another one they grab Jesus and hug you.
Right.
So I know it's AI, but I don't know if it's like gonna be useful, not useful. Sometimes you have something, it could touch your heart when they ask some question and the AI answer from like Jesus' view.
Right.
But
Or what they perceive to be Jesus' view. Right.
sometimes they gonna answer in a weird way,
Right.
you know? So
Because again, it's not always right.
it's not always right.
It's not
Exactly.
always going to be right. And I'm trying to look up what percentage of the internet is now AI, because it's alarming. You think what would be your guess out of all the generated content in the world, right, posted on the internet right now? What percentage of it do you think is made by AI?
AI?
Yeah.
It scares me because anything I see it now, I feel it's AI, it's not real. I'm going to tell you something. Yesterday, I saw a picture on the Facebook for my nephew in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
He's 3 years old.
Right.
And he has a pajama. This pajama is like, I'm going to show it to you now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like orange, kiwi, like, and he holds some fruit. So I said to my cousin, I like this one, but it looks like AI. She said, yes, it is. So, for real.
Yeah.
So now you don't know what's the real or what's the AI. Like
Yeah.
everything I see now, see how it is. It's so cute, but at the same time, you don't know what's real and what's not real.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
everything I see it now, like something happened in Egypt, I feel maybe it's not real.
Yeah, and like there's only I'm looking at the image that she sent me right now.
It
Or
looked
not
good,
that she
but
sent me. But there's only like there's very few things that you could pick out of here. Like the one thing that it would get me to look at it, that
Yeah.
it's AI. If you look at this area right here, right?
uh-huh.
You see the splint
Yeah.
in the thing. You see
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
doesn't connect there.
Yeah.
It didn't get the pajamas exactly right.
Yeah.
But like,
But when you
that's
see it in general, you're gonna
but
see.
like if you show
yeah,
show this to somebody who's not really good with technology, isn't
you're
really
gonna say,
expert- there's-
"Wow,
what
from
an
where you get
image."
this pajama?"
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's the same for the videos. Like some videos, it's on the social media last week and the week before. Some people like steal from Walmart and go very bad and fight. So
Mhm.
I said, my husband showed to me. I said, no, I don't think so. It's real.
Yeah.
Whatever I guessed, because it's the people going from outside inside with the stuff.
Yeah.
So if they steal, they're gonna go to the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
So now you can't figure out what's real and not real. And this is like in this life, it's scary because anybody can do, like from the back, like back then when I was young, it says just the Photoshop.
Yeah.
To do some picture, use the Photoshop.
I do want to reel us back in. We will come back after this
Okay.
break. But I do want to get us back on topic and talking about YouTube.
Yeah.
Because there are some good things.
Mhm.
And I think that come with YouTube and like having it in your children's life with moderation, of course. But we will get back to that after the break.
Classic music.
And welcome back to the 2Ps. If you're just tuning in, we're here on Live 365 every Thursdays from 12 to 1 p.m. We only actually have 2 more shows left in the year.
2?
Yeah. Yeah. Because the semester ends December 10th.
10th,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 more shows.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about kind of straight off into AI again, but I'm gonna get back on
go
topic.
back to YouTube.
I'm gonna go back on topic. We're talking about YouTube's impact on kids, and we have all been just talking kind of negative. So I did want to end
with
the
some
segment
positive.
with the positive. What I think the positive aspects of what YouTube can bring, and mainly through a lot of my own personal things. Like, so there's been a couple YouTubers I didn't mention,
Mm-hmm.
such as one that I think that you'll actually like.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of the YouTube channel Good Mythical Morning? So basically, it's like there's these 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Their names are Rhett and Link, right? And they'll do wacky little morning. It's kind of like a morning get up show, right? They post 2 videos a day at 6 in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every day, except for Christmas.
Okay.
except for Christmas, Thanksgiving, all the holidays, right? They pre-record those, but
so they do every day?
Oh yeah, every day. And it's just sitting basically like what we're doing right now. Imagine we were sitting in front of a desk and there's like a camera set right in front of us, right?
Okay.
And they bring in all these props and stuff like that. But they have like it's very
useful.
Most of the time it's very it's just most of the time very wholesome, very innocent things.
Mm-hmm.
One of their biggest series is the Will It challenge,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like Will It burrito. And one of them is like sushi. They make sushi into a burrito, right?
Yeah.
Make chicken curry into a burrito, right? And stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the channels that I watched a lot of the time. And why I'm mentioning it now is a lot of, I won't say a lot, but some of the content got into more deeper topics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they would share their personal stories and like their personal takes and opinions on life. And they, like for instance, they were both grew up in the countryside of U.S. in South Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm.
They both came up together through college and were film students. And they made a YouTube channel, Good Mythical Morning, just simply off of a whim, just to have fun with it, right?
Yeah.
Just to make a show to have fun. They've been doing this now. I think they've been making stuff for over 20 years together now.
Wow.
So they've just been talking about like the emotional journey that they've been through. But they also get into like health benefit things. Like it's going to come off a little crazy, but they had a video where they got a vasectomy.
Okay.
They both got vasectomies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, at first you may be like, okay, well, I don't really want my kids watching them get a vasectomy. And it's not taken that way. It's more taken in educational. It's taken as a joke, of course. They joke about it the whole time. Yeah. But at the same time, it's educating of why they're doing it. What's the purpose of it, right? And it kind of helped to show with like certain topics. Another channel, Chris from Japan, right? All he does, is an Englishman who's lived in Japan for a while, and he just shows a lot of the tourist spots, but also a lot of the spots that aren't touristy areas, right? Yeah. Areas that aren't in Tokyo, they're in smaller towns like Osaka or Kyoto and places like that. He shows you like the hidden gems. And
I love some like I watch some YouTube channel. It's about traveling. They get some not the famous like cities, but they go to some city is very good and you can visit, but nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
And so I feel this is useful because I love to travel.
Yeah.
So you're gonna know new stuff.
Yeah, and I think there are actually of those lists, those big conglomerate kids channels. I actually do think that some of them are pretty good. Let me pull up an example of one, because there's a few of them that are just straight like educational content. So it would be like preschool content, like counting your ones, twos, and threes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And there's been, I think there is a place for that in as like entertainment, as like a short form entertainment, not in like reels or anything, but like actual videos of like, learning rhymes, learning your colors and stuff like that, in a limited source, right? And coming from the right place, being controlled by the parent, I think it would be beneficial. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's independent, and what you're gonna choose is gonna make you watch useful stuff or not. Something else I wanna add is if the kid
Found it.
Okay.
Found it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if the kids, it's some positive effects to go like. For my daughter, when she doesn't understand anything, I said, okay, go to YouTube and write algebra 1, this, blah, blah, blah. So if they use it as educational opportunity.
Teachers also use it as an educational
so that is going to help it's going to be very helpful for kids.
Yeah, for instance, there's one lesson that I've learned so far. There's a Harvard not Harvard, MIT professor who released his entire
lectures?
entire course, all of his lectures.
It's a lot like that,
right? And it's like
Ashten.
I'm serious. It's 14 hours worth of lectures on, and I think it was on astronomy.
Okay,
I think that was his field of study, right? And it's just going through, and
this is useful.
This is your actual lecture.
Yeah,
right?
It's positive effects when you use it in a good way. Also, if you have a talent, and you want to do something creative,
or you want to learn a new hobby,
new hobby. If you want to learn piano, if you want to learn how to draw, if you want to learn
magic,
any talent,
literally anything,
you can just type whatever you want.
How to do this,
and you're gonna find hundreds of the videos.
Yeah.
Some is not useful, it's just like, but you're gonna find one or two or like whatever, it's useful.
Yeah.
So in the band, how you gonna think about the stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Or how you gonna choose?
Yeah, for sure. One YouTuber I like to always mention that I think is good for kids is Miss Rachel.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen her before.
I watch Egyptian.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
but Miss Rachel does a lot of very educational videos for like kids. I'll kind of show you a little bit of an example of what it would look like. She mainly focuses on like the preschool and toddler level, right? So it's more like just
Miss Rachel?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell my little niece. Okay.
And they have like very like here. I'll show you like a little clip of it.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me for the audience at home. It kind of reminds me of like, imagine Dora the Explorer, but she makes her own show, and it's like an actual human in front of a green screen, right? It's like
Roman Diana. You know Roman Diana?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's very useful.
Yeah.
Like it's two kids. They try to teach you. The mom put them in the spot, and they try to do some useful drawing, like do some useful stuff.
Yeah.
Something else I want to mention it's for the kids between 8 and 15, maybe. This is, I find, as my experience.
Right.
First thing, they want to be a YouTuber. Like when my little son, he's like 10, he starts to say, okay, I want to be a YouTuber. It's the easiest way to get money.
He's
I said
right.
but it's not the easiest.
But it's not easy. That's one thing I want to really drive home here.
Yes, to create.
YouTube
Exactly.
is an easy job overall. It's not. Compared to normal 9 to 5s, when you're making that amount of money, yes, it is technically easy. ever.
It's
Is the
too-
job actually easy itself?
No, it's two sides. First,
Make
to choose a good like content.
Yeah, you have to catch your audience. Number one, you got to catch your audience. You
Yeah.
have to find your audience. Number two, you must stay consistent.
Yes,
If you drop
yes.
for even a second, your audience will leave
Like
you like
it's
this.
boring. Yeah, yeah.
Gone.
To choose a good topics too every
Yeah.
time. If you're gonna be on the YouTube every day or every week,
Yeah.
you need to choose very good topic to attract the audience. Because
that's-
now it's hundreds of people doing that.
And that's why I like, and there are also other channels like that I use for gaming and also news content. One channel that I can mention is that I've talked about before is Charlie's channel, Moist
Yeah.
Critical.
Yeah.
He does a lot of, he doesn't just play every new game that comes out. Like he does, and he does gameplay videos of that. I think the benefit there of that is for kids like me when I was younger that can't afford to buy all these $70, $80 games and
Yeah.
play it on a $500 console, right? They can at least watch their favorite creator play the game along with them and experience, still get to experience the game
Yeah.
that they love, right? Without the monetary
Yeah,
expense, right?
Also, to be on the camera, it's not easy. Ashton.
No.
I tried it a couple times.
No, it's
not easy.
It's not
You
easy.
want
I've been as someone
like-
who's
yeah.
as someone who's streamed for 7.5 years. I rarely stream with a
Yeah.
webcam nowadays
yeah.
because it is so much more to put your face out there in front of. And this sounds crazy because I stream with 2 to 3 viewers, 0 viewers in front of me, but it is so much more to put your face out
Yes, yeah.
there, and like have your place live, than to actually, come together.
Yeah.
My conclusion
So
with this.
it's not an easy job.
Yeah,
It's not.
my conclusion with this, with enough time, care, and management, and this is with most
From
things,
parents?
but from parents, I think that YouTube can be a very, very useful tool for
Yeah.
children, not just for educational purposes, but also for entertainment, right?
Entertainment, yeah.
But I think parents have to do a way better job
Yep.
of protecting and watching
Yep.
what their children are watching,
But
paying attention to it.
You know, as a parents, you can put
Yes.
a restrict, like for some videos, they can see it. I
And
did that. Yeah.
that's the topic I want to get into next time is
Okay.
why YouTube Kids had to be created, because there was an inherent problem. I'll give you a hint.
Mm-hmm.
A company was making $1.6 million a day off of ad revenue from children.
Wow. Wow. What this number?
Before YouTube Kids was around. So I would love to talk about
Okay.
that.
Next week. Next week, we're not going to be here. It's the Thanksgiving break.
Yep. So the week after that.
yeah.
That would be December 4th.
Yes.
We will be back
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
And we will see you guys then.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.